Good morning, everybody. This is Popeye Live. It's Monday morning. It is March 8th. I had to look at it real quick. You know, when you're retired, you don't realize what date it is most of the time. But that's beside the point. And the reason I'm here this morning, this podcast is going to go through all of our sites. That includes the China virus site and the Sons of Liberty Writers MC sites and just All for One, all of them. It's going to be going through all of them today. And the reason I'm here this morning is, as many of you know, yesterday I was an experiment for everybody. Yeah, I went and got the China virus shot. There are two reasons for that I did that. And the main reason is my 93-year-old dad. I'm getting sick and tired of going and having a swab stuck up my nose every time I turn around so I can get in to see my father. I'm sick and tired of it. But that's one of the requirements to get in there to visit. But I also see what's coming down the pike. You're going to end up, when all this is cleared up, and I mean by cleared up, I mean the fact that Texas is no longer wearing the mask, those entities are still going to be requiring it. They're still going to be requiring it. And furthermore, they're going to be requiring you to, in order to not do the swab and do that stuff every 2 weeks, or really it works out to be every 10 days, so you're in a constant loop of going back to get tested. So you're just adding to the count. So I decided, you know what, the hell with this, I'll get the shot. My dad's had both of them. My sister's had both of them. And so, yeah, I went and got the shot. And I'm going to report to you each day what's going on since I did that. That was yesterday afternoon at around noontime that I did that. And I'm going to report to you that, yeah, later on that night, I didn't feel worth a damn, and I had a headache. And yeah, I intended on doing a podcast last night, but I didn't get it done because I just didn't feel good. So here I am today, knowing that I'm feeling better today and I'm ready to go. We're ready to do some riding this afternoon. So yeah, I'm ready to go now. But I'll report all along the way what my effects were from the shot. And I've already told you about what the effects were for me when I had the China virus itself. Yeah, I've already had it. And so, but here's what I want to say to you. That China virus was not a deadly virus in means of a real deadly virus, because over 90-something% of the people survived from it, myself included, my dad included, my wife included, and many others I know that survived it. Now there were some family members that did not survive it. But let me say something about this, and I don't know whether you guys have seen it yet or not, and you guys need to spread this around. It's been at least 3 weeks ago since it was first reported on the national news, and we know nobody's watching the national news anymore because they're such liars. But it's now been reported in multiple sources, including that awful, dreadful WHO, the WHO, that the Ebola virus in New Guinea, Go look it up on a world map. The Ebola virus in New Guinea is now on the rise. And it just makes me wonder, if this administration, this potato head administration, Joe Biden, I'm going to say his name, will have the gumption enough to curtail flights from that area of the world. Will he have the gumption to stop them, or will he yell, "That's racist"? Will he yell, "That's racist," and just keep them on flowing on in? Because that virus, 90% of the people that get it are victims, or they do not survive. Let me say that again. Over 90% do not survive. And just think about it. The coronavirus is just the opposite way around. Matter of fact is your survivability is better with the coronavirus, or the, shall we call it, the China virus by its right name, is what I'm saying. Everybody put this on your radar. And if we have to, we'll have to make this administration react to the next crisis, the next pandemic. We need to get out in front of it, not they need to get out in front of it, because we're going to have to make them react, because they will yell, "It's racist." And there are people in big tech that wants to see humanity scaled down a bit, if you know what I mean. There's too many of us. Although we can fit everybody in the world within the city limits of Dallas and Fort Worth, shoulder to shoulder. I do believe I read that somewhere at one time. But man, let me tell you, we've got to be on the highest of alerts now, because of who is in charge. And matter of fact is, we don't know who is in charge, because it's surely not the potato head. And you know what I'm saying. So we have a lot of dangerous things out in front of us. Dangerous for us, dangerous for our children, dangerous for our country. Not only politically, but out there in the new world of pandemics. Because that's what they want to shove off on us. We can't trust that any of this is not being spread intentionally. Just off of what people have said in the past and what they've threatened. Because there are those out there that would certainly like to see the world's population reduced. And some would like to see it reduced to nothing. I don't know how the hell they think they're going to survive. Because generally when they say this, they're talking about you, not them. And that's the truth of it. But hey, we're supposed to have some motorcycle news come out this weekend. We haven't gotten it yet. We're still waiting on it. And there are some good things happening amongst all the bad things that we see going on. That's the reason we're saying to you, you do not give up. We went to a Trump rally this weekend. We had good fun. We'll have pictures of it tomorrow night, or on Tuesday night, when OG and I do Texas Biker Radio number 449. Join us Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Texas Biker Radio News. And yes, we're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're at texasbikerradio.org. We're on MeWe. We're on Rumble, just in case YouTube decides to get shitty again. But understand, a lot of those platforms that we were used to seeing coming up to the election, and then even after the election, a lot of the platforms that they tried to get rid of, they've moved on to other channels because you don't find as many of them anymore. And even if you do, they pop back up as they get canceled. They're on, they're off, they're on, they're off. It's kind of funny, really. But YouTube needs to understand every time they do that, they're eliminating thousands of people that might potentially buy some of their crappy products they push. And especially Facebook and their crappy Chinese products. But then again, I guess there's so many stupid people in the world, they're making so much money they don't care. But let me say this, everybody. Everybody's waking up. Everybody knows the guy up at the top right now is a hollow man. Everybody. Everybody's recognizing that they're taking up for him, that they're giving him cover, that he can do no wrong. Oh, unless it's not speak to the press. Then they get upset. If he's not talking to them, then they get upset. Well, let's push that button. Let's bitch all we can that he's not talking to anybody. And when he does, he's not making any sense. I mean, just like that trip he made to Texas. What a freaking fiasco that was. How stupid that was. The guy can't talk. I know I had problems, but I got a reason. And so does he. It's his age and his mind is going. Probably one of the worst things you can have happen to you. But it's quite apparent that, this guy is going to do something that is going to be terribly, terribly wrong. And he's already off on the wrong foot with what he's got going on down on the border. And we'll be talking about this Tuesday night. We'll be talking about a lot of things Tuesday night. And yes, there are those out there that are saying, hey, this thing is still going to turn around. But I did, when I was there at the facility getting my shot yesterday, there were all kinds of Marine, Navy, Army guys, young people that were helping facilitate those shots and actually giving those shots. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But each step along the way, when I got to my chance, I told each and every one of them, this country needs help. This country needs now, and it needs it from the military. And that's what I said to them. Didn't say much more than that. But every chance I got, I told them. And this does have a ripple effect through the ranks. Yes, it does. Everyone I came in contact with yesterday, and from this point on, I will tell them this country needs help. And if I get a chance to tell them more than that, if they're interested, I will. We need our military men to know how we feel. And especially us vets. We get a chance to talk to them. You talk to them. If you have a pocket constitution, hand it to them. And we'll be making some of those available soon. With that, everybody, that's what I wanted to drop by here and talk about this morning. I did take the vaccine, and yeah, I've taken the test. I've taken a whole buttload of tests to get in to see my dad in assisted living. You know, and whether you take it or not, that's your personal choice. My wife is not going to. But my wife is not the one running in and out of an assisted living every week and having to go back and have that thing stuck up their nose every week. I'm telling you, that's worse than the shot. You just get tired of it. And you know you're adding to the count. You know, because that's what they put such stock in, is the count. Not how many people have died or how many people have survived, but the count. The count. That's what they care about. Anyway, everybody have a great day. It is beautiful here in Texas. It's going to be 72 degrees. And yes, we're going to be riding this afternoon, getting some video. We're going to be doing some other things and probably go get us a beer and a hamburger. Sounds really good to me. Have a great day, everybody. Ride safe. See you Tuesday night with OG.